Yuta Okkotsu is a problem. For those that aren't aware, Yuta Okkotsu was the protagonist of the very first chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen before it was officially serialized by Shonen Jump. Yuta Okkotsu has a cursed spirit attached to him named Rika. Rika is the spirit of the love of his life during their childhood, but unfortunately she was killed in a freak car accident. Yuta accidentally cursed Rika into becoming a cursed spirit as he wished for her not to die, which unfortunately meant that her spirit could not pass on peacefully to the afterlife. After being mentored by various students and teachers at Jujutsu High, as well as Satoru Gojo, Yuta became extremely proficient at Jujutsu at an incredibly fast pace, so much so that his growth initially actually startled himself. Today I wanted to discuss just how strong Yuta is and some matchups that I think will be interesting to see moving forward. Heavy manga spoilers will be throughout this entire video, so if you don't want to see that, make sure you click off the video. Make sure you leave a like first and subscribe. I appreciate it. We are currently on our way to 1,000 subscribers, so if you would like to help out with that, I appreciate it. So Yuta's power set is a bit odd. Yuta is extremely proficient at using cursed energy and applying it in extremely advanced ways. He can use reverse curse technique to heal others to a certain extent. He can imbue different objects with cursed energy to magnify their impact, such as his signature katana, and he also has Rika in his back pocket, or I guess front pocket is more appropriate because Rika is a problem. So Rika is a special grade cursed spirit, which I'd automatically say is terrifying as it is. Rika can store things inside of herself, such as cursed tools. It's unknown the limits of what she can put inside of herself, but I wouldn't say she can put a person in there or anything, given that most likely they could cut themselves out. I don't really think it's a pocket dimension or anything like that. Okay, so actually when I was editing this, in the movie, Rika has this black bubble that she carried to other students inside when they were injured, so I guess that kind of nullifies that point. I don't know. Now, Rika herself is kind of hard to judge. Yuta cursing Rika when she died as a child is already an oddity, but the fact that she is a special grade, being referred to as the queen of curses, it's a bit odd, bruv. The higher ups at Jujutsu Tech were actually so worried about Rika's power and abilities coming out of control that they were unsure if Gojo himself could take her out. Yeah, you know Gojo, the nigga that got stabbed in the brain and casually tanked it. Yeah, him. In terms of physical strength that Rika has, she busted out of a building and tore up this like grade 1 to grade 2-ish cursed spirit so bad she was laughing at it the entire time. So yeah, you tell me. Rika also has a Grand Ray Sarah, a cursed energy blast that she used in a last-ditch effort against Geto that annihilated his maximum Uzumaki, which was composed of the remaining 4,461 cursed spirits that he had in his remaining arsenal. These cursed spirits range from low to special grade, and at full power, Rika blew it away. Also, this nigga Yuta is a weirdo. Yuta so far in Jujutsu Kaisen has kissed this and a roach. Like an anthropomorphic roach. I personally wouldn't let a nigga kiss me just to infect me with some cursed energy. I'm just saying, bruh. Before we get to the real big stuff concerning Rika, real quick, we do have to mention that at the end of Volume 0, her spirit was actually released and allowed to go back to the afterlife. Now, the problem is, if you're like, well, Daffy, then who is this that held Yuji when he got stabbed? Well, actually, Rika's cursed energy form was so attached to Yuta out of love that it stayed with him as a separate cursed entity. That's practically unheard of in the world of Jujutsu, by the way. Now to the real juicy part of why Yuta and Rika are so dangerous. Yuta has the ability to copy cursed techniques, even those that are hereditary based, such as cursed speech. He used Yuro's sky manipulation technique. He used Shikigami using hair as his medium, and most likely we'll see some other things in the future. Now, do I think Yuta can copy something like the Six Eyes? Yes and no. Gojo himself had to train for years to even get a decent-ish grasp on it, and he has to wear a blindfold as to not overload his brain with information consistently. So for someone like Yuta to copy it, he would run the risk of actually going into a seizure. This is speculation on my part anyway, so I'm not entirely sure. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Also, theoretically, you would need a metric ass load of cursed energy to even attempt to control something like Infinity, Hollow Purple, and Red, so I don't think it would be worth it in my opinion. Speaking of Yuta, he himself is a freak. Yuta accidentally unlocked the ability to heal injuries with reverse curse technique after less than 1 year at Jujutsu Tech. Mind you that this technique is so advanced that it is considered among one of the highest rarities in the world of JJK. that someone could even attempt to perform it. Yuta has crazy weapon proficiency, with his main curse tool being a katana, but from what we saw inside of Rika, he is comfortable with various other weapons from his training with Maki and presumably Miguel as well. In terms of strength, Yuta is actually able to output attacks on a similar level to Yuji by strengthening himself with curse energy. For example, when Yuji punched a car at him, Yuta threw it right back like on some Wii Sports type shit. Yuta has incredible endurance as well as insane speed, keeping up with Yuji even with a drawn katana. Now, is he as fast as Maki or Toji? I don't know, but he is still ridiculously fast regardless. Also, Yuta has a domain expansion that we have yet to see in the series, but I don't doubt it's crazy as well. Now, if we start transitioning to matchups, Yuta versus Yuji, Yuta cleared him. Yuta intentionally tried to make it look like he was trying to kill Yuji and actually stabbed him and healed him at the same time to make it look like Yuji had died. Now, Maki and Choso, honestly, I don't really know if Maki can do anything to Yuta at this point. Yuta has so many hacks in his arsenal. I don't really know. I don't think just raw physical strength is able to do it. Awakened Maki is absolutely ridiculous, but I honestly think that Yuta would beat the dog piss out of Curse Spirit Noya, so that's just me. Same thing goes for Choso. Choso's incredibly strong, but also Yuta one-tapped him in Shibuya as well, so. Now, Kashimo and Hikari, if Yuta were to get into a one-on-one fight, like straight hands, Hikari and Kashimo would probably work him. They are both special raid level, but Hikari was able to blow Yuji back so far, he started spinning like Ichigo when he fought Grimmjow for the first time. Kashimo's electricity would probably do some major damage to Yuta, but as far as I know, he doesn't have a domain expansion. The problem with Hikari and Kashimo is that they're both extremely hacks-based fighters. Like, I legit could not see a way that Yuta could beat Hikari unless he just like never allowed him to attempt to start rolling jackpots, but that's a lot of thinking, and my brain is too smooth to even think about that. So you tell me, could Hikari beat Yuta? Let me know. Now, could Yuta beat Gojo? No. He has nothing in his arsenal to bust through infinity unless his domain is like Sukuna's where it's barrierless and he can unwrap it, but no, there's nothing he can do. Could Yuta beat Sukuna? Sukuna actually got bricked up by the mention of Rika's power, and we've never seen him go all out like, at all. So yeah, you tell me. Rika versus Mahoraga would actually be super interesting, though. I'd actually love to see that on screen. But yeah, that's about it, man. Yuta is absolutely ridiculous. Him and Rika are an insane combo. They're one of like the 4 special grade threats that have been mentioned in the series. Those threats being Yuki, Yuta, Geto, Kenjaku, and Gojo. But yeah, that's about all the time I have for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think. How strong is Yuta? Do you like how strong he is? Do you like Yuta as a character? Yeah, let me know that in the comments below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, it's been your boy Daffy, guys. I will see you in the next video. All right, peace.